Hello everyone. Welcome to one another episode of The Fake Appeal. As we mentioned last time that we will try to be more and more regular. Because of Adityan, we didn't do it last week, but this week I have forced him to do it. So yeah, like he was telling me that he had some appointment for his beard and all, and he was like showing off that like, okay, what do you have to say about it? Like I saw you flinching and all.
Wait, that was you. You decided to run away to a math camp where I don't know. You learned 2 plus 2 is equal to 4,
No, I learned that
and
why it is 4 and why we need to write 100 pages to prove that like 1 is greater than 0 and something like that. It's quite important. You don't know that.
oh, yeah, no, there is this book, right? Why 1 plus 1 is equals
Yeah,
2. Yeah,
it's a 350 pages book. If anyone wants to buy it,
horrible.
please
Yes.
do that. I don't know. But
No,
yeah, like
no, no, no,
apart
no, no.
from this.
We can't say that. That would count as advertising for the book.
Oh, and
And
yeah, we'll
yeah,
lose
yeah,
our
right.
F1 visa. So sorry.
Right. Okay. So, okay, go and buy the book if you're planning to buy it, and don't buy the book if you're not planning to buy it, and don't do anything if you're not even thinking about the book.
Yes. And don't
There,
mention our name anywhere. Don't
yeah,
mention in comment section that Pacer with Pretty Fit sent us to buy this book. Don't do that. Just don't do
yeah.
that. Okay. So I think let it be like, but I'll tell you one anecdote what happened. Not anecdote, like what happened just 2 days back. Okay. I woke up. I was like 8 p.m., 8 a.m. in the morning. I can watch a India versus Ireland match. I woke up at 6 because I was ready for Vaibhav Suryavanshi's 6 overs. Like first 6 overs. That's what I was ready for. Woke up. Then I got a notification from Crickbuzz that Sudhanshu Kotak said that we can't play Vaibhav Suryavanshi because this is a winning combination and we can't like drop anyone. So what do you have to say about it? Like I have said many things about it which I can't say in front of camera. So I am asking you to say something about it.
There is this iconic line from Tamil cinema.
Hmm.
No comments. Simply
No
wait.
comments. That's it. But no comments in
No, no, no.
English.
But
Say it in
seriously,
Tamil.
right?
Huh.
No, no. They say it in like a heavy Tamil accent
Okay.
English. But anyways, right?
Okay.
I don't know if you remember, right? Like 2023, there was a 2022 Asia Cup, was it? Like where it was an ODI Asia Cup,
Hmm.
and Pakistan had a really strong bowling attack. They
Yes.
had Shaheen Afridi, but back then he had a knee. They had Naseem Shah, who had a shoulder. Haris
Yes.
Rauf, who I don't know, had a body. Um, basically their fast bowlers were like fit. They were
Yeah.
not like as injury ridden as they're now. Except they decided to use this nuclear arsenal against Nepal.
Yes.
Right. These are fast bowlers. You have every ball that you're bowling, it's like there are only so many balls that are left in
Yeah.
Shaheen's tank. And you're
It's
like,
like
bowling them one by one against Nepal, Afghanistan, and all.
it's like a Claude AI credits a company buys, right? And you can't spend them on stupid doubts. Like
Exactly.
like yeah. But
Right.
yeah.
But with batting, at least, I don't think there is an issue of there is only so many balls that a batter can face. Like
Yeah.
batters, uh, fitness holds up better generally.
Yeah.
But beyond that, it's also like, look, we already know that this batting unit is capable of winning a World Cup. How do you know
Hmm.
that? They literally won a World Cup,
Two
right?
times.
No,
But
no,
the
no.
old
This
one was
batting
not the
unit
batting
won it
unit, huh?
once. It was the previous generation that won it before.
Hmm.
But now the question becomes like, yeah, sure, but even when they won the World Cup, right? Didn't they make like a bunch of changes mid World Cup? Like, they
Hmm.
sent Tilak Varma to five like later on in the World Cup. Was it? Oh, no, no, no. Sorry, that was in the Asia Cup, right? Like
Also,
they still had to do a bunch of problem solving towards the
yeah,
last moment.
Ishan to three, Sanju open these things, right? Sanju was not there at start, and these were the things.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. So why not experiment more against Ireland? Right. So
Hmm.
specifically, like I think Sanju, I think you'd have to protect him a little bit. Like there
Yeah.
is like a lot of chatter about like him already batting at five, opening, like
Hmm.
people playing Ringa Rosas with his batting position and all. Right.
Huh.
It's fine. But okay, should Abhishek Sharma have played? Like what are you trying to learn from the fact that Abhishek Sharma scored 50 of 20 against Ireland? That he's capable of scoring 50
Yes.
of 20?
That's
Yeah,
what I
okay.
learned
That's like
today.
extremely new, right? Sure, Shreyas Iyer, yeah, you can play him at four. Like he's literally replacing Surya Kumar Yadav at four and as captain.
Hmm.
I think that is fair. But what did you gain by playing Ishan and Tilak at three and five? Like, why
Hmm.
was Shivam Dubey playing at six? Right? There are
Hmm.
so many other places that you could have experimented by playing a bunch of people. No,
Hmm.
NKR could have. Did NKR play yesterday?
No, no, no. And I didn't play.
Right? Like he could have. Oh no, he was injured. He's injured, I think.
Yeah.
Right. But there are like a bunch of other things that you could have tried out. Out of
Hmm.
which one of them is Vaibhav Suryavanshi, right?
Yeah.
Like one question that you can ask is, okay, good. Suryavanshi opened for Rajasthan,
Hmm.
right? Like, can he bat in the middle order?
Yeah.
But the point also is like, look, he's 15. Like, you can exactly have that question answered by batting him in the middle order,
Hmm.
right? It's like for him, fielders do not matter. There is one place that he'll score. Like Himanish wrote this great article about the biomechanics of being Vaibhav Suryavanshi,
Hmm.
and the thing that he notices there is that look, it doesn't matter where you are bowling the ball. Bowl wide
Hmm.
Yorker. That guy has the ability to like fetch the ball and then put it over deep
Mid
square
wicket.
legs head,
Hmm.
right? Like the mid wicket to deep square leg. So the number
Hmm.
of fielders really does not matter to him, right? So sure, why not just try him out there?
Yeah. Also, like we haven't seen anything where it says that okay, he struggles against starting and spin. So batting in the middle order and batting in as at opening slot, the biggest difference is that you have to start against the older ball. But we have seen him hitting after the power play. We have seen him starting well against spinners. So again, it would have been a great fun to watch, and now they have lost the match. So I don't know. Now they will say we need to win this match, but in a way they are going to draw the series, right? They can't win this series. So whatever, I don't care
Hmm.
about it. But
No,
actually, bigger
no. See, that
question,
is the bane of being India, right? Like every game matters. So
yeah,
even games that where you totally should be losing matters so much that you'll have to play the full strength squad. That's like a really, really horrible position to be. I don't know, like dare to lose is probably the only thing
yeah,
you can say there, right?
yeah. They can't experiment and all. So I empathize with them in that case. But still, like I have to see what they do. But like the bigger question which I want to ask is that 2027 World Cup is coming in a year and a half. And like I'm that person, like I want to push for Vaibhav Suryavanshi. Like because
Mhm.
of that X factor. Like every team has a explosive opener. Like England has Salt, Australia has Marsh and Head. Like everyone, like South Africa, they are not that explosive or
Do
whatever.
they? Yeah.
They
South
do,
Africa is like a team of anchors, aren't they?
yeah, they are
Yeah.
not that explosive, but it's fine. They have Rickelton, like they can do something.
Hmm.
But Vaibhav Suryavanshi, that guy is unreal. Like whatever he can do, like us, like other openers like a Head in a power play, he can play 40 balls. He's still an old guy with the ODI. He can score 50, 60 runs. Vaibhav Suryavanshi plays 40 balls, he scores 100 runs. So that X factor is something like out of this world. So I really want to push for
No,
this.
so the thing is this, right? Like if you want to win a World Cup,
Hmm.
like you need to be able to outplay the opposition on some side of the ball,
Huh.
right? So if you look at Australia 2015, they just batted till Brad had an at eight. Faulkner used to bat at seven, had an at eight, followed by Mitchell Johnson and
Johnson at
Mitchell
9.
Starc,
Yes,
right?
9 and 10. And Cummings at 11
No,
sometimes.
no, Cummins did not play. Like, I
He
think
played
India
that
would have
match against New Zealand, I
the New
remember very
Zealand game
good.
he played, but that was the one game
Huh.
that he played, right? But anyways, like so, what would happen is I remember it's like New Zealand and these guys Australia they would
Hmm.
like get to an automatic 65-70 in the power play and then
Yeah.
other teams would be competing for like 50-55 in the power play. They'll
Yeah.
just like win by 20 runs right in
20
the
runs.
power play just because they could bat deep. And then if that is not that does not work for you, then like be a strike bowling unit, right? So I think that is one reason why Pakistan hopefully if they're able to like they're able to glue Shaheen together and then like get back some version of Shaheen that swings the ball and
Hmm.
so on. Find a way to take 10 wickets every game.
Yeah.
New Zealand 2015 was doing that if you think about it, right? Like there was Trent Bolt who was just like striking for fun,
Saudi
and
was
I
great.
think yeah, exactly right. And I think at one point I think they managed to shoot the other team, like get them all out in every game that they played, if I remember right, or it was some ridiculous record of that kind. And
Hmm.
that's been New Zealand's template, right? 2019 World Cup, they had Matt Henry and Trent Bolt who could strike. So have like a bowling unit that is like fully gunning. Like that is one way in which you can up your X factor.
Yeah.
Now, if you look at India, I'm pretty
Hmm.
sure their bowling unit is going to be better than New Zealand 2027. Like we don't know which bowlers are going to be fit, ready, and so on. But still, like they set such a high standard in 2023, like a ridiculous standard in 2023,
Yeah,
right? Maybe barring the great Australian sides, like this is probably like the obviously the greatest team to have been put together
assembled. Yeah.
for in the World Cup. And there they had like a bunch of strike options, right? They had Mohammad Shami.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know. It's just little odd to talk about Jasprit
Like,
Bumrah. I don't think he's an obvious strike option, but
hmm,
he's like so good,
yeah,
right? Except they're not going to have the same version going into 2027, right? Like Bumrah is going to be slightly older, but I'm not worried about Bumrah as
hmm,
much. Like I think the only thing I'm worried about is his fitness,
hmm,
but that should be fine. Like that cloud is always going to be there. We don't know what's going to happen with Chami.
yeah. Like
Uh,
the way it's going, most likely, I don't think he's going to play. Like whatever. Like sometimes anything can happen. And also Siraj, we haven't seen Siraj in a long while. Like Siraj in in IPL
I
he
mean,
did
did he
quite
do
well.
well in the IPL this
Yeah,
time?
he did
Yeah.
well in IPL, but for India he hasn't played. And Chakravarti has been found out in international cricket, but in IPL he did again well. So again we have to see how he
Right.
comes up. Hmm.
The issue is this, right? In some sense, like with Varun and Bumrah, these two guys I'm not really worried about.
Hmm.
Like these are like elite problem solvers, right? Like with
Hmm.
Varun, the reason he probably struggled, no, that's not the reason. Like he probably struggled a lot in international cricket because there was something that was going wrong,
Hmm.
but he did not have the time to go to the drawing board and then figure things out then and there,
Yeah.
right? Like his problem solving needed some time. So if somebody loses form during the World Cup,
Hmm.
like solving that is like a much harder problem.
Hmm.
And it is not as if like, he had like one bad stretch followed by, like a break and then he came back and then he still sucked eggs. Like, Surya Kumar Yadav, for instance.
Hmm.
He was kind of struggling for the last 2 years, right? It's not
Yeah.
horrible, but he was like okay-ish for the last 2 years at best. So like it was not a matter of him not having time to work out or whatever. Something had gone wrong in this case.
Hmm.
With Varun, he did come back well in the IPL. There was this one game where Kolkata, under coach rested him.
Hmm.
And then he came back and then he just started taking wickets for fun again. Like him and Snare were like as good as they have ever been.
Yeah. They could have made this playoffs just on the basis of those two guys. So yeah, that is
Right.
there.
But anyway, so their bowling unit is going to be like it's still good, but it's going to be a degrade, like a reduction in quality from what was happening in 2023.
Yeah, most likely.
Right.
And again, conditions like like we were playing in India. Like these players are really good in India. Again, we are going to play in South Africa, so the team combination is going to be different. Like in India, we had a luxury to play three spinners, two spinners.
Right.
South
Oh
Africa
yeah,
was
Kuldeep has
different.
also been up and down, right? Like even for the
It's
23 World
down.
Cup,
It's
yeah,
down. It's not up and down. Like
no, no. I
yeah.
mean, even for the 23 World Cup, he was not an elite wicket taker, but
Hmm.
his economy was like 3 point something. He became
Yeah,
like
he was
the
holding.
ultimate defensive bowler, right?
Hmm.
But from there on, I don't know, something happened there, like when Daryl Mitchell took him down in the ODI series in India, right?
Yeah.
So something gave way in the way, he bowled or whatever. So it's like it's slightly worrisome with the
Hmm.
fast bowling options that are there to replace in case of injuries, and with Kuldeep slightly going out of form, with Jadeja also growing old, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, so the conclusion here being India needs to up their X factor, certainly with the batting side of things,
Yeah.
right? And yeah, Vaibhav Suryanshi will be fantastic to do that. Now, the question comes, and I don't want to answer this question. Whom will you play Vaibhav Suryanshi instead of?
Yes. Now I will. Now you have like took a safe side off by asking a question. No, no. Yes, I'll take the hit, but like I have to say this. Now there is no good way to say this. But yeah, like I agree whatever Rohit has done. Like Rohit has changed how Indian openers play. Like
Wait, I
he
thought you were about
gone.
to say there is no good way to say this. Rohit was useless.
No. I'm trying to get a good way, like I'm trying to get on the better side. But
Uh,
yeah, like it is Rohit Sharma in the end,
mhm,
like in my opinion, because but again, like whatever he did in 2023 was very Brandon McCullum-esque, was like whatever he did in 2015. But I
mhm.
think if that's the job right now, so he's not going to captain. If the job is to hit in first 10 overs, I think right now there is no one in the country as good as Vaibhav Suryavanshi in that job. Like it just, and the second guy also could be Abhishek Sharma, not Rohit Sharma, in my opinion.
Okay, so
Hmm.
let's get back to 2023, right? I think
Yeah,
at that point, replacing Rohit did not make sense.
yeah,
Like he reinvented the way in which he played,
hmm.
A, and he was good. Like he was able to like smack the
Yeah,
ball
really good.
like just out of nowhere. I don't think that should be an issue now, but we'll get into that part later. And more than that, he was the person who basically pushed the team to play quicker, right? Like
Yeah,
after the 2022 elimination in the semi-final against England,
England.
right? So it was clear that India wanted to go like attack first, kind of an
Hmm.
approach on in their batting. And if you also think about it, right, he was a good captain. His ability to get the best out of players, like that is on a different level, which cannot be recreated in some sense, right? In terms of
Yeah.
telling people what he wants out of them and so on.
Hmm.
But now that job is not his, and I don't know if he can do that job right now as well, because Gill is the captain. I
Hmm.
don't know if there is a space for him to go and talk to players in terms of telling them, look, this is the role that the team wants, right?
Yeah.
So he's still useful, like he's still really experienced, and that
Hmm.
experience can't be bought, right? Like both Abhishek and Suryavanshi are nowhere close to the kind of things he can add to the leadership group.
Yeah.
But now the question becomes: is it Rohit's explosive batting, captaincy plus leadership group, or is it just a matter of Rohit's like batting plus leadership group
Hmm.
contributions, right? Versus Suryavanshi's ability to smack the ball.
Yes.
Right. I think Rohit's contribution to the leadership group can be recreated by the 10 other people in the team, right?
Hmm.
It is not like a young team, right? Like they have Bumrah, Kohli, like all these people are super experienced. They know how the game works,
Yeah.
right? So if a bowler is getting smacked, I think there are like a bunch of people who can go and talk to the bowler. If a
Yes.
batter is out of form, I think the team has like a lot of experience in terms of how to have conversations, how to contribute to the leadership group and such, right? So now it kind of boils down to okay, is the delta that Rohit can give by being like like the 11th person in the team in terms of his experience, or
Hmm.
are we talking about his batting?
Yeah.
I think they're getting replacing him by someone who's just on a different level at just ball striking.
Yes. So that's the thing, right? Like cricket is a weird game. Cricket is the only game where captaincy is very important. In a way, important. The captain has a role and everything, but still, a leadership group, a captain. Now we can't really
No, I still
define
don't
a role.
understand why cricket of all sports has that, right? It's a very sequential game. At any
Hmm.
point, somebody who's sitting outside can send a message.
Yeah, so that's I think it's very of a traditionalist way of the game. Like it is going to change because the baseball doesn't have that. Like baseball, it's
Hmm.
very like coach run the game, and I think
Right.
Neeraj is doing that in IPL. So most likely
Mm.
that will happen in future. But so in cricket, individual do have a value. But in cricket, captain is a captain in the end. Like that in the end, like we are seeing in this most of the ODI matches which India is playing, Rohit and Virat do feel at the boundary most of the times actually. Like so
Mhm.
it's not like they have to go and talk to because it's not like too many chefs ruin the dish. There is this saying. So like most so again, so I think it's about the his batting ability. Now it's all about his batting ability. And now if I have to take pound for pound, yeah, like Vaibhav is just better. He's just better than everyone in the world. Like there is no one in the world who can do that. Like he
Yeah.
strikes at 300. It's like something.
No, no, he's ridiculous. I mean, at the very least, he should be tried out, right? Like, there's no
Yeah.
harm in giving him a bunch of
Like
ODIs and then
yeah,
seeing
give
where
him
it
half
goes.
the ODIs which we are going to play. Like do something like that.
True.
Right? Yeah.
And the other thing that also complicates this is Rohit's kind of new identity crisis.
Hmm.
I think in the few ODIs that he was playing before, right, there were like a few innings, a bunch of innings in the middle where he was trying to smack the ball.
Hmm.
But then there are a few games where he was also trying to be the 60 ball 50 guy as well,
The old Rohit. Yeah.
right? Exactly. So in the current Indian setup, I don't think you need that kind of
Hmm.
an opener, right? They already have four people who average over 50,
Yeah.
out of which Gill and Kohli, like they average close to 60,
Hmm.
right? And Shreyas Iyer has basically taken on that Joe Root, Owen Morgan kind of role from the 2019 team
Hmm.
in terms of his ability to just basically play at run a ball while averaging 50, and his
Yeah.
ability to take down spin it with like the 23 World Cup final, right? Like I think there was this article about how Australia were most worried about Shreyas Iyer,
Shreyas
not Virat
Iyer.
Kohli.
Yeah.
Uh, because if Shreyas Iyer takes Adam Zampa out of the equation, they don't have another bowler who can cover those overs, right? And all of those are getting at 50 average with him and KL Rahul. So if you have four people who can bat all the way through,
Hmm.
and you have your theory about anchoring through an ODI innings, right? Do you want to talk about it?
No, like for me, like the theory about like anchoring through the ODI, in my opinion, it's the easiest job in the world. Like the ball doesn't swing. If you don't want to get out, you can't get out. It's on you if you want to. Like again, like this could be the like people use this debate against Kohli, like his hundreds don't count much, but whatever he does is great. But in my opinion, if you want to score upwards of 6 or 7, then only you can go out. You can get out. But if you are happy with like 5, 6 runs, which most of the anchors are in those 30 overs, you just can't get out.
Yeah.
It just doesn't happen. Like ball doesn't swing after over number 6 or 7. It doesn't spin much. Reversing doesn't happen. No, like I look like a old cricketer crying, like Wasim Akram will come like, bring back the one ball, Sachin saying something like, yeah, but it just doesn't happen. So,
Right. No,
yeah,
I think there's like a lot of technical innovations that has happened, right? Like, yeah,
yeah,
sure, there was reverse swing that was happening, back in the day, right? But I think there is also a difference in how we think about strike rotation, right?
yeah,
Now, I think we can play a lot more attacking shots without having to take so many risks,
yeah,
right? You don't have to strike rotate every ball in order to have 100 strike rate.
hmm,
Like, if you're worried a little bit about how the game is going, you can happily like defend a few, and you can always hit a four or two in quick succession. That's how
yeah,
Tilak Varma is building a career, right? In T20 cricket, he's
yeah,
happy to play a few dot balls because he knows he can always hit a few sixes in a row.
yeah,
And I think Shreyas Iyer is an ultimate version of that. He can always rotate strike as well, but his ability to hit like a few successive boundaries of spinners, I
yeah,
don't think there is anybody who can do it on his level.
yeah,
Um, right. So batting at run a ball through the middle overs, like unless you lose like 3, 4 wickets in the power play and things has gone horribly wrong, I think that
hmm.
is kind of easy to recreate.
Yeah, so there are no middle or collapses now. Like it's just very hard to happen because you have only 4 fielders out. These guys play T20s, there are 5 fielders out. So they know how to pick gaps there also. Here they have one extra gap.
No,
So there
it's
are
not
like
even picking
so
games
easy.
exactly because there are only
Mhm.
4 fielders and then there are
Huh.
6 areas between third man, not third man, between point and mid wicket,
Mid wicket, yeah.
right? So it's now how you play cricket 07.
Yeah. You can
Like
swap
I
the
would
shots.
exactly the way I would play is I would like get my batter to stand outside off stump and then have him like flick a ball to six. It doesn't
Mhm.
matter what the bowler is bowling. I can like make sure that ball is a six every time I do that. And I think that's how you can play ODI cricket now, like
Yeah.
in terms of getting singles or hitting boundaries.
And I do feel like this World Cup, I don't know, but I do think that the in World Cup scores go down. Like
Hmm.
that's what we see in like we were hoping in 29 World Cup teams will score 350, 400 and all. That didn't happen.
All
Teams
right.
are scoring 280 to 90.
No, that
So
is that is actually the one thing in like pro for Rohit, right? Like World
yeah.
Cups have bowling friendly wickets, and as the tournament goes by, in
Hmm.
India there are 73 stadiums, so not many games are played in the same stadium. So maybe
Hmm.
maybe there is that, but in South Africa, for instance, there are 6 stadiums at best.
Hmm.
So wickets are going to get slower, and somebody who's
Older.
experienced towards the end of the tournament can be really useful.
Yeah.
So that is like even the Kane Williamson argument, right? Like
Hmm.
generally he is slow. He has no business playing T20 cricket. But
Yeah.
by the time it becomes a 160 wicket in the final, he can be really, really helpful.
Yeah.
That can be the pro Rohit Sharma argument. But now the question becomes who's like most likely to get out first on those slow wickets if Rohit Sharma decides to play the
To
smacker role.
go smack a lot. It's Rohit Sharma. And again, you have Gill, you have Virat, you have your Shreyas, and you have KL Rahul after that, who is a test
Hmm.
match opener. So
Yeah.
I don't think you have to worry about that part. So Rohit's role we should look at as a smacker, and Vaibhav is a better smacker. Like that's what we think. Again, we haven't tried him in ODIs and all, but whatever I saw versus Sri Lanka, that innings was phenomenal. That 29 ball, 97, whatever
Okay.
he did. But yeah,
So to summarize, what
hmm.
Atharva is trying to say is that he thinks Rohit
I
has
hate
no
Rohit Sharma.
business playing ODI cricket ever. The double centuries were all flukes, so he better be replaced in 2027. Uh,
Yes.
no, no, seriously, I think
Huh.
the conclusion here is I think India needs to be experimenting a lot more.
Yeah.
It's a little bit hard to experiment with Rohit and Kohli because A, they are Rohit and Kohli,
Hmm.
and B, the only thing that they're playing right now is ODI cricket. So if
Yeah.
you're experimenting them out of the side, they're also not having game time in the middle. So these are
Hmm.
all really tricky decisions, but I think India might also do better by having an Abhishek Sharma or Vaibhav Suryavanshi
Hmm.
play T20 cricket in the 2027 World Cup. They also have 10
Yeah.
overs of power play, which They should just destroy, man.
destroy it,
Destroy.
right? Like I want to see after 10 overs, like 120, 130, something like that. There's no fun otherwise.
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think,
Anyways,
hmm,
moving on from here, right? I think you also have some really hot takes about England.
like what are we talking about? The England versus New Zealand test match.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Particularly Ben Stokes in the second test match.
Okay, so the hot takes were simple. Like for me, in my opinion, curfews are not the way to go for like adult men, in my opinion. Like, and again, if one of the guys who were out comes and says that he had no idea that there was a curfew, that's not a great advertisement for your board, first of all. So that was my hot take. Like, there was no hot take as such. It was just weird that they left him for one match and then they failed so miserably that I think they had a slight chance where they would have like told him their like hold him to accountability if they had won that match or they had competed in that match. But yeah, so it was weird, like in a way. It was not a
No,
good
so
viewing. Hmm.
it became a soup of lot of things, right? So, for
Yeah.
example, Um, okay, look, with everything that's been happening with basketball, like going out, at night, the
Yeah.
ability to keep 52 bottles of beer in you without puking all of them, your ability to party all night and
Hmm.
then turn up for the next game, like all of these became bragging points,
Yeah.
like bragging rights in the team. And some point, something had to revert, and the team had to bring in some disciplinary
Hmm.
measures, right? So yes, I agree. Like putting curfew on adult men is not great, but the way the team was happening with all,
Like
Nusa and Harry Brook, right? I think at some point something
like
had to be
I
done.
really read this really nice comment on Instagram that this cricket team don't have a drinking problem. This drinking team has a cricket problem. So
Oh, I almost bought a T-shirt that says that.
oh,
Uh,
okay.
right.
But yeah, they
But
had these issues.
but right. But
Hmm.
on the other hand, so therefore, like some
So
punishment had to be done. Like,
yeah,
okay, so
like
somebody had to be dropped
I'll
for
tell
that.
you where I come from. So I do follow some of like English media, and the way they're
Hmm.
tearing him into him, that looked like a witch hunting for me, and that was the problem for me. Like you can lose a player like Ben Stokes, and you don't want to lose a player like Ben Stokes. Like that's the generational challenge. Like in my opinion, he could be the most influential cricketer in last 10 years. Won 2 World Cups, won very
Hmm.
crucial SS matches, and yeah, it's a freak, like a phenomenal guy. So you can't that witch hunting and all. Again, I think the media everywhere is same, so you can't really look into it too much. But that was my problem. That I felt that it was like ECB in some way allowing, and ECB has a history that with KP they have
Hmm.
told journalists to get into him and these things. So we don't know, right? Like if ECB had done that or not. Hmm.
See, the other issue here is this, right? Like,
Hmm.
there was somebody tampered with the ball and they got banned for a year, right?
Yeah,
So that is a ridiculous punishment for at the end of the day scratching the ball, right?
it
It
sounds wrong,
happened because of a
but
lot of other reasons and so on. So
hmm.
the same way for breaking curfew,
Hmm.
suspending a player for a game is fine.
It's
Like
fine. Yeah.
Australia has had like the homework gate, and I think Steve Smith stepped up after the homework gate, right? He started
Hmm.
batting in the top order because of the homework gate and so on.
Hmm.
So that part is fine. The issue starts cropping up because like when that happened, when Ben Stokes were dropped, the news
Hmm.
was not that Ben Stokes was dropped for a test. The news was Ben Stokes contemplating retirement.
Yes, yeah,
Uh,
yeah. That's what I was reading whole day, and I got worried. Like, I want to see Ben Stokes.
right? And particularly in the last 2 years, that man has finally lost muscles, become fit. Like he's
Yeah,
almost a bowling machine now.
he's
His
a
ability
bowler
to
now.
bowl, right? No, no, not just a bowler. He's a bowling machine.
Best
His ability to
bowling
bowl
machine.
those extended Siraj
Yeah,
kind of spells, right? So it will be fantastic to see him more. And on top of that, the kind of things you're hearing, right, is ECB asking whether Ben Stokes is willing to give up captaincy or whether ECB forcing it out of his hands,
yeah.
right? I think these are the things that are much more scary than
And
just dropping him for a test.
ECB don't have anything to negotiate. Your next option is Harry Brook or Joe Root, who doesn't know any. I hate his
No, this
captaincy.
is yeah,
He
exactly.
was
This is
bowling
ultimate.
Archer to ground in that match. He gave him 8 over spell. That was my first comment, like on some cricket group, that Joe Root
Yeah,
did what Joe Root does best. He's injuring Archer. Like he's
exactly
going
right.
to make sure that Archer won't be there for 2027 World Cup. Like it's that bad. Like I think Rajasthan Royals called Joe Root in mid-match. Like Sangakkara was there, right? He came down, slapped Joe Root and told him, "Don't bowl Archer more. I need this guy for
No,
2 more."
no,
That's
you're
it.
exaggerating there. But the funny part
Yeah,
was this, right? I think Sangakkara and on air was like, we'll have to maintain Jofra Archer's workloads. You can't bowl him, particularly because he's coming off the IPL where he had to consistently bowl every game.
yeah.
Except Sangakkara was Jofra Archer's director of cricket at the IPL.
Yes. But like the whole thing, like I just don't get it. Like Jofra Archer is a gold. He wears so much gold, but he is like that gold, right? You can't do that. So I hate his captaincy. You don't have an option.
Right.
So
And the
that
other
whole
option
Vision thing
is
and all,
Harry Brook, who ended up going to a pub the day before an
the
ODI in
match.
New Zealand.
Yes.
So,
Yes. So again, like that was the part which is very weird.
I
And
mean,
one more
they
thing.
compounds, right? Because
Hmm.
like it's not like this is Ben Stokes' first offense.
Yeah.
This is probably Ben Stokes' nth offense, even during the baseball era.
Yeah.
And even before, there's like a lot of controversy that's been following that man since
Hmm.
his debut. Right. So at that point, I think something had to be done.
Yeah.
So I think it was a good call from the ECB to drop him.
Hmm.
And so from there on, I don't know how much of it was the ECB actually doing
Hmm.
like trying to strong arm Ben Stokes,
Yeah.
versus the media just blowing things up out of nowhere.
Out of proportion. Yeah. Like, yeah, that could be the media thing also. But the ECB's history is not helping them in that case.
Hmm.
So that's the problem with them. But yeah, that was the thing. But I think the test match is going really well, the third test match. Like it's
Quite
not in
good.
quite good right now. I think New Zealand is
Jamie's
on the
back,
top.
right?
Huh?
Jamie Smith is
Who?
back, right? For the third
Jimmy
test
Smith
match.
is back, but he didn't play that well. But it's fun. Like yesterday, I thought that it's like England is playing very well, but like I'm
No,
quite
it
excited.
looked
I'm
like it was only one test match, but Drew was
also,
clearly not understanding what was happening behind the stumps.
hmm,
Uh, Maybe 2, 3 more games, he could be like a lot better. I'm not writing him off,
yeah.
but it was fascinating. I also saw Jamie Smith standing up to the stumps against Atkinson, was it? You can't do that against Josh Tongue for sure.
Today he stood up against for one ball against Jofra Archer. Jofra Archer called him up, and he was looking at Ben Stokes that what he's doing. Ben Stokes is like, yeah, do it. And then one ball he stood up for against Jofra Archer. So it was very fun to watch that thing. But yeah, like
Yeah.
it is a good session. I think it's fun. We have to see. Uh, so yeah, like that's the thing. Like also, like most likely the Women's World Cup that is also going quite nice. Like now the business end of the tournament and like India versus Australia match, which will be quite fun to watch. So yeah, these things are there. I think we will make one more podcast on that most likely before the semifinals. So I think
True.
it will
I'm
be
going
really
to
good to
ask you
cover.
the
Hmm.
hardest question ever,
You are always putting me on the spot. Okay. Yeah.
No, no,
Please.
this is like so hard. You would not have ever answered a question as difficult as
Huh.
this. Who do you think will win the Women's World Cup?
Oh, it's very hard. Like I don't know. Like
Yeah,
there are
yeah.
so many options
I'm
to pick
thinking
from.
Bangladesh woman maybe.
Yeah, Bangladesh woman. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like
Yeah.
what's her name? Like her surname like their captain is really good batter the way she keeps. Netherlands are playing really good. Ireland won against West Indies today, so it's
Oh
like
yeah, right, right, right,
yeah,
right, right.
it is fun. But okay, I'm
So the
getting so
entire
Australia is going to
tournament
win
is
the World
trying to
Cup
do Kudrat Ka Nizam for New Zealand, are they?
for New Zealand, but like I have to see like if the match is going on right now. So, but yeah,
Hmm.
but again, that Australian team is just too good. Like you drop Elisa Healy and you get better. That's what I'm saying. Like
She retired. Let's be fair to her.
oh, sorry, she retired. So Alisa Hilly retires and you get better.
Hmm.
So it just the team is phenomenal. Most likely, not most likely. I will put all my bets against. Okay,
Hmm.
but if anyone in who approves Visa is watching, I'm not putting bets. I'm not gambling. I don't have any income on that.
No, I
Don't
think
cancel my Visa.
one
Hmm.
interesting podcast to do at some point would be to look at all the generational teams, like the West Indies of the year,
Hmm.
the great Australian team.
The
Maybe they are
Pakistan,
not a
Imran Khan's
generational
Pakistan.
team, or maybe let's call it the dominant teams, not just a
Huh.
generational team, right? Yeah, maybe the closest parallel that you can draw is the West Indies, right? That is probably like the one generational team that you have seen, like a team that has been able to be like consistently good, even with like a few retirements. They were able to
Yeah,
replace bowlers on the fly,
on the fly.
and then they were still really good until like 93 somewhere. They lost this big series to Australia, and then they were like obviously the best team in the world until then.
Yeah.
I think following them, there was the great Australian side, but that slightly upstart, right? Like
Hmm.
it began and finished with McGrath one.
Yeah. So
Um,
they were not able to replace them, but they just had a longer career. So yeah, that is
right.
there.
So maybe this is the right parallel, but we can also throw in the great
I
Australian
think
team. We
yeah,
can
West Indies is the only parallel because other teams had great players and they lasted.
Hmm,
That teams lasted for 8 to 10 years. That's it. Like the India team, Australian
hmm,
team, that Pakistani team with Shoaib, Wasim, Wakar, like the and
hmm.
the Suckling, like that bowling attack. Like
Yeah.
India's team with like not Fab Five, the I don't know what they call them, but yeah,
The
those
23
five
team,
guys.
is it? Yeah,
No,
yeah,
no, no,
yeah.
I'm talking about the Dravid, Sachin, like
Oh,
those
yeah,
five
yeah,
batters,
yeah.
like best
Yeah,
five
yeah.
batters they had. So these teams are like they don't change after generation. So yeah, West Indies is a great parallel to have.
No,
So
I
we
would
will
say
do a
the
podcast.
great Indian team changed well, right? Like so from there they went on to the 2011 World Cup winning side to they were like a decent side in 2015.
They
If
had
you
one
don't take
transition. Yeah,
T20s
the
into
batter
account. Yeah,
transitions they had a good batter
yeah,
transition.
yeah. But
But
sadly
that
for them, Australia existed. So
yeah, so
that
that's the thing.
team was
That's
not the
not
best team in the world.
that's what